Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. This episode, might have been the worst episode I think I've seen of this show, and it was a torture to get through. Okay, I'm not even gonna sit there and try to sugarcoat it. Claire was sitting there running around just being annoying. I get that she is upset and hurt that her cousin, so-called, died. But I don't know. It's something about when she went in Julie's place and she was talking about napkins and it wasn't the right color and, yada, yada, yada. It just got to a point where it's like, on one hand, I'm getting it. She is going through her grief. That's how she goes through it. On the other hand, I'm just like, please, for the love of God, will you please shut up? Oh my God, this woman was so annoying. And I can't even sit there and try to pretend like she wasn't. She was annoying when she was at Julie's place. Her and Julie had a heart-to-heart. Not gonna lie, I was kind of looking at my phone because I was just so annoyed. And it was just going on for so long. And she was like, I'm upset about this, I'm upset about that. And I wish I would have did this, and I wish I would have did that. And it's like, maybe she just would have came across as less annoying. I might have been a little more sympathetic. But the minute she just started, it just... And I get it. She was really terrible to Sierra House. She tried to burn her down. She tried to literally burn her alive. I don't think it could be more terrible than that, but still. And then she went over to Ben's place, and she was like, listen, if you want to come to Memorial, that's cool. Ben was like, no, I'm just not interested. I just want to just ride my bike or whatever, just ride a bike and just kind of, this is the way I'm going to honor her, Because at first, he was like, no, I'm not interested. And then she was like, well, what are you doing if you're not, she was pretty much like, well, okay, so where are you going then? None of your goddamn business. What do you mean? He's a grown-ass man. I don't mean to curse so much, but, it's not there asking him, where his whereabouts are. Well, then where you going? I get it. On one hand, she's trying to be concerned, and she wants to make sure he's okay. This is what Sierra would want, so, yes, I get that. Okay, I do. On the other hand, I'm also just like, none of your damn business. Okay, stop asking this man where he's going. How he chooses to grieve is how he chooses to grieve. If he doesn't want to go to the service, that's on him, He also sits there, I guess he thinks that, and she was asking him, so do you think that he's still alive? Do you think that she's still alive? I'm like, if he does, if that's a problem, I just, oh my God, I just really did not like this episode. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to be doing more ranting and just whatever and be a little more negative on this episode than positive. But I just can't help because this episode was just so much of a torture to get through. So anyway, after she, was questioning him and then she left, Ben, I remember I said in the comment section when somebody asked me, Patrick TV, oh by the way, 1 second. Okay, first of all, I want to thank you, Patrick TV, for giving me kind of the insight on Trip and Kate, because I'm not going to lie, at first I was like, wow, she's being kind of a Karen, but, well, this kind of goes a little bit further back than just her advocating for Allie. So, thank you, Patrick TV, for that. I remember I was sitting there saying something in the comment section at one point about characters that I may like, because in the beginning, some people felt like I was being negative, and I was like, I like this person, I like that person, and one person I said was, I thought Ben was pretty cool. Ben is just, I don't know what is going on with this guy, but I feel like it's hard for me to feel sorry for this guy when everybody on the planet, including his so-called dead girlfriend, his dead wife is sitting there telling him, no, don't do this, don't throw your life away, don't make her hard work and her sacrifice and stuff like that be in vain. When this guy decides to go down to the police station and pretty much knock out Eli, You know, Eli at one point, you know, even when he was held at gunpoint, he was like, you know what, listen, don't do this. Let the justice system work. I could have arrested you yesterday. I didn't. Bro, you could just walk away and whatever. Nope. 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 No, that's just not enough. Ben just got to he just got to do what he got to do. And what he got to do is, listen, to an extent, I get that he wants to find answers. He doesn't believe that Sierra's dead. And he feels like, you know what, listen, if I drag this guy out here into the middle of nowhere, and I hold him at gunpoint and I start somewhat torturing him, I get him to really talk. I get that. I really do. But this whole, I want to shoot him to avenge. I want to shoot him to avenge Sierra and just full blown, just fighting what everyone says, including his terrible, crappy piece of garbage of a father, is telling him to not do this. Everyone is telling him not to do this, and this guy is just determined to ruin his damn life. So I'm sitting there thinking in my head, well, you know what? Listen, if something happens to you, like, cops catch you, you go to jail, I gotta be honest with you, I really don't feel sorry for him at all. I really don't. Anyway, yeah, that's exactly what he does. He drags, Vincent out somewhere. He's like, you're gonna tell me what I need, or, or else. And I think the scene ends that way. There were some scenes with Julie and, some more scenes with Julie and the other guy, Doug, I think that's his name is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost too lazy to sit there and really check, but it's Julie and her husband. So in the beginning, I'm kind of just going over the place a little bit. So you got Jennifer and you got Jack ready to pick up Hope for the memorial. And Jennifer reads the letter basically saying that they're telling by Hope that, Hope doesn't believe that Sierra's dead, and she's going to do whatever she can to sit there and find her. And she doesn't want to go to the memorial because she feels like if she goes there, the grief is going to settle in, and she's not going to, she's just going to be, how do you say it? She's just going to sit there and just fall into that whole, well, she really is gone without having any hope, I guess. So she's like, listen, I got to do this alone, and I hope everyone understands, and that's that. And at first, Jennifer, I'm not going to lie, she was like, oh, well, given everything we know, we have to believe that she's dead. I'm like, I'm so glad that Jack stopped her, like, listen, she got to do what she got to do. If she got to sit there and find every exhausting avenue, whatever she got to do to feel like she did everything that she could, we got to respect that. I'm like, thank God, Jack. Thank God, Jack, because at least, he probably feels the same way, but at least he's like, listen, just let her do what she got to do. So when Jack and Jennifer, and by the way, I was a little skeptical, I was a little worried about the new Jennifer, because the way that the old Jennifer plays, Jennifer and Jack has a certain dynamic where they can be cheesy and whatever. It's sort of like a Hallmark greeting card or a Hallmark movie or whatever. Like seems like their personalities just align in sync. And I was worried about the new actress and how she was going to portray Jennifer, but she seems like she's doing a good job. But then again, I haven't watched the show as long, so maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But anyway, so they go to Julie's place and they let her know that Hope isn't coming because she wants to look for her daughter. And at first, Julie was like, well, she started acting like Julie, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of rolled my eyes. But then I guess his name was Doug. The husband was like, listen, I understand where Hope is coming from. So, let her do what she feels she needs to do. Last thing I'm going to sit there and talk about a little bit is Brady. Jesus Christ, Brady. I'm trying to understand it from Brady's point of view. Listen, he's upset with Eli because of what he did. He's upset with the fact that his wife is going to jail for a long time and that, you know, Rachel is pretty much going to have to grow up without a mother. And he loves, Kristen. I get that. I'm all for that. I understand where he's coming from to an extent. But I'm more backing Eli on this. Eli was like, listen, she did do that. Because at the end of the day, Kristen did stab Victor. Okay? That was a thing. She literally did that. Okay? And she did cause the death of Melinda's daughter. Rather being accidental on purpose, she still did it. Okay? So let's not sit there and try to act like she's innocent. And the whole time Brady was like, oh, well, you know, this, that, and the third. And he was being all self-righteous and just giving Eli lip. I was like, bro, seriously? Like... See, this is the reason why it's so difficult to, why I always call, like, Brady a moron and just, I guess sometimes I am somewhat negative on this show, or I'm very critical on this show. That's just because certain characters just do things that, they're just dumb. They're just, and I get it, it's for drama and purpose and stuff like that, but they're just like, oh my god, like, he just kept going, and then finally, you know, he was like, well, I'm not going to tell you a dirty little secret because, you know, Kristen told me not to. I was like, oh, well, okay. Thanks for Kristen, you know? Eli seems pretty cool, so, that's a character that I can sit there and get behind, you know, that I can get behind with. And of course, you know, you had Lonnie Smith there talking to Kristen, and I'm not gonna lie, it really wasn't much going on with this whole episode, and them talking to each other was just like, okay, whatever. They pretty much was just sitting there saying their goodbyes, really. And, you know, you found out a little bit more about Kristen as far as, like, the way she viewed women was just more of a competition, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. She found she found Lonnie, and then they became friends, and I'm not gonna lie. Again, this episode was just so really difficult to get through. And it's kind of sad, because yesterday's episode was a lot better, and I know people said that that episode was boring, but, like, this episode was just a goddamn chore to get through. I know better episodes are coming on the way, so, you know, I'm still rocking with it, but this one was just like, wow. I don't even really think I actually have much to sit there and say. And if I felt like I missed something, I don't think it was really that important because, well, let's see, I'm looking at my cheat sheet. I'm not even going to pause this one. Yep, that's it. I kind of just wanted to make sure that I didn't actually forget anything, even though this episode was just kind of a chore to get through. I don't know. GH has its shortcomings too, so, and again, at least this one I can sit there and say is more structurally better as far as, like, me reviewing it, because GH, they just start throwing in characters, like, for no reason and just out of nowhere, so I still give Days his props. And with that being said, that's pretty much about it. Have a good weekend. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why? Why not? Again, I want to thank, I want to make sure I get this person's name right, because, yes, Patrick TV. So yes, I want to thank you, for filling me in on, you know, Kate and Trip's history, because, yeah, wow. So thank you for that, and I hope everyone has a good weekend. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Be safe. I got y'all in the next review.